She is also a sought-after keynote speaker and advocate in the field of mental health. In May 2009, Madame Trudeau was awarded the Society of Biological Psychiatry Humanitarian Award for her efforts to help people suffering from mental illnesses. She is also honorary president of WaterCan, a Canadian NGO that helps the poorest citizens of the world to access safe and clean water. It's with great pleasure that we introduce Ms. Margaret Trudeau.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. I am so sorry. I got so lost getting here. I'm 15 minutes away by car, really, but it took me an hour. I know Montreal so little. Thank you. Are there any, shall I say a few words about? Yes, please. For the last 4 years, I've been an advocate, a champion for mental health, and I've crossed the country, I don't know how many times, to small villages and big cities to talk to people about the need to recognize that it's not only our physical health that sometimes is in jeopardy, it's also our mental health. And with the proper tools, the proper medication, the proper outlook, and certainly lifestyle, you can beat it. You really can. You can get the tools to live. I live with bipolar, and I had such a battle for so many years because I wasn't treated properly. I had accepted my diagnosis, sort of, and I had tried to get help, sort of, but you can't ignore your mental health. It's a question of balance. It's a question of peace of mind. It's a question of getting the quality of life that I know certainly all my generation expects from life. We expect to have those things. And when you're suffering from a mental illness, sometimes just simple peace of mind is an impossibility. With the help that I got at the Royal Ottawa Hospital in Ottawa in 2000, I took the time. It took some years. I complied with the medication. Some of it was awful, and I managed to change the way I thought, the way I lived, and the way I saw life. Depression robs you of everything that's joyous and beautiful and delightful and humorous and good in your life. It keeps you in a gray, dark place. And I know there's so many Canadians who are living out there in what I call, the way I lived, in quiet desperation, wondering when would it end? Well, it won't end until you become, the person who's suffering the illness, becomes the major player in the battle. It's a lonely battle, but there's lots of support. And one of the ways we're supporting it in Montreal is by a walk, which I think is last year we had a wonderful time. It was just the best. But I think getting out, I always say to everybody, just take one step forward. Just get out of where you are. Take one step forward, and maybe you'll change your path. Maybe you'll be able to have the courage to ask for help, to reach out your hand and say, my life isn't working the way I've been doing it. Can you help me get myself back and get balance in my life? So that's my message, is to get out there and to support your family and your friends and your colleagues when they're suffering from a mental imbalance, and help them get the help they need. So I'm hoping everyone's going to be out on the 24th of October, and I'm praying it's going to be a lovely day like it was last year. Thank you.
Thank you very much.